Well, I first met Thea a week or two after I came to Leeds. There was a party somebody arranged for the then refugee youngsters, but she was only a schoolgirl. She was 15, I think. And when you're 19 or 18, you're not interested in 15-year-olds. So it didn't take much notice. But when we came back from Canada and from internment, and we met again, and that's took it off from there. Thea had come from on with a kinder transport. She must have been one of the oldest ones. She was 15 when she came. And she was taken in by a family in Leeds, not far from here. And eventually she went to school here for a few months. War broke out and the school was evacuated to Lincoln. And Thea said, well, I've been shifted once, I don't want to move again, and left school. Didn't go with them. Eventually she tried, she at one time had ambition to be a doctor, which couldn't be realised, so she went for second best and went into nursing. And eventually, even that was difficult for foreigners. Hospitals wouldn't accept foreigners. But eventually then, with the war and shortage of nurses and everything else, she became a nurse.
So how did you come to be naturalised?
Well, we always wanted to be naturalised because we obviously, by that time, we left this country. And there were no naturalisations during the war, except for service personnel. After the war's end, naturalisations were resumed, and we put our applications in. And again, there was not a waiting list, but it was a slow process. So by 1947, our turn came, and we got naturalised.
Did it make a difference to you?
Well, we could vote.
Did it make you feel more British?
One had a British passport, and that was the difference, yeah.
So was it more than just a piece of paper?
Oh yes, it was more than a piece of paper, yeah.
How long did it take you to feel part of this country?
Not very long. Not very long.
What about for Thea?
Thea was part of this country, but she somehow never felt settled here, or anywhere. She always said, I don't belong anywhere, I don't know where I belong. This, I think, is partly because her parents had not managed to come out, and that was at the time when she had no idea what was happening. There was no communication. There were Red Cross letters, allowed 25 words, once every 3 months or something, and they took months and months to come. And you obviously were in 25 words, and obviously they were censored. You couldn't say anything except you knew people were alive. That's all you knew. So there was no communication.
How did it feel when you actually went back to Germany?
The first time, very, very strange. Very strange, very reluctant to go back. But eventually we realised, and then later on we went back quite a lot because we started doing family research. And in those days, genealogy, family research was legwork. You had to actually go to the places, to register offices and archives and cemeteries. Nowadays it's all on the internet. It's easy nowadays. So we had to go back and to do that research. So by then we had met quite a few Germans of the younger generation who were entirely different. In fact, they came to us and says, tell us what happened, because our parents won't tell us. They couldn't ask their parents, or they could ask, but they wouldn't get information from their parents about the Nazi period. Obviously they were feeling guilty, but the kids wanted to know.
Why do you think it's important that speakers still go out to schools in this country now?
Well, it is important because of what happened in the Holocaust. Everybody thought, the Holocaust was unique, which it was at the time, although it wasn't the first. And everybody said never again. But it's still happening. I mean, we've still got ethnic cleansing. And that's why it's important that British youngsters know about what happened, with a view that it hopefully will not happen here or again.